Good morning. Uncle Lou here. That's right, it's me, Uncle Lou. Live here on YouTube for you. Yep, thanks for watching. Yep. Another incomprehensible edition here of Coffee Talk with Uncle Lou. Yep. Of course, this is my Emmy Award-winning series that I do several times a week, where I drink coffee and talk to you. So, how'd everyone enjoy the fight last night? I thought it was a bit of a letdown, but that's beginning to be sort of the norm, I think, with these big super fights that happen every couple of years or whatever. I don't know. I mean, I've told you before, I'm not a boxing expert. I don't keep up with boxing per se. I'll watch the big fights like the one last night, but I don't know. I wished. When the heavyweights fight, at least people get knocked down, or knocked out or whatever. These 12-round hug-a-thons, they're just boring. And I guess I'm not enough of a boxing aficionado to appreciate Floyd Mayweather's ability or whatever. To the average person, or to the average idiot like me that watches a Floyd Mayweather fight, it just looks like he's running the whole time. But I mean, you can't argue with the results. The man's undefeated. What is he, 48-0 now? So obviously he knows what he's doing, whereas I don't. Yep. But for those of you that were lucky enough to tune in, even though the fight was a complete bust and a disappointment, for those of you that were lucky enough to tune in to Uncle Lou and Nephew Louie's 3-hour pre-show spectacular live on YouTube, the entertainment you got during those 3 hours far, in a way, made up for the disappointment of the fight itself. It was must-see TV. It was riveting, and you couldn't turn away. Once you tuned in, you were hooked. That Uncle Lou live stream of the three-hour pre-show or whatever was internet crack. Yep. Now, I'm sorry I couldn't show the fight. I told you guys the whole time I would try, and, as soon as they sang the national anthems, Google shut me down. But it is what it is. There's nothing I can do about that. Yep, but I tried. But like I said, at least you got to see, you got to see the pre-show, which was just amazing. And be honest with yourself, the pre-show that I put on, me and Nephew Louie put on, was much better than the fight anyway. So if you only got to see one of the two, I hope you got to see the pre-show. Way more entertaining than the fight. Yep, but Floyd Mayweather did win, 48-0, won by unanimous decision. Yeah. Oh, and somebody wants to make a bet with Uncle Lou. Yep. About Todd Gurley. Of course, I made a couple of videos during the NFL draft on my thoughts on Todd Gurley. I do think Todd Gurley was the best player in this year's draft, and I think time will prove that. Now, this particular bet. This individual wants me to place $100 on whether or not Todd Gurley will finish top 5 in rushing this year. I'm guessing he means yards, top 5 rushing yards this year. And I have stated in several videos that I think Todd Gurley will be an immediate top 5 running back in the NFL. And over the next couple of years will become the best running back in the NFL over the next 6 or 7 years. I still feel that way. Unfortunately, for the purposes of this particular bet, I don't think I'm quite enough of an idiot to accept this bet. because there's no way for me to know if when Todd Gurley's going to play. I don't know if he's going to be starting week 1. I don't know if he's going to be a backup week 1, or I don't know if because of his knee injury he's going to sit out a month, 2 months, 3 months. He might not play till November. So as far as total rushing yards for the course of the year, I'd be an idiot to take that bet. I could take that bet and then Todd Gurley doesn't play till the 6th, 7th, 8th, 9th game. Well, obviously there's no way he's going to finish in the top 5 in rushing yards for the season. But if Todd Gurley plays the second half of the season, he'll be a top 5 running back during the second half of the season. You can write that down if you need to. But as far as taking the bet that he's going to finish top 5 in total rushing yards this year, I can't do that because there's just no way for me to know. All the medical reports and everything came out right before the draft saying his knee was 100% healthy. Well, duh. Of course, those reports came out a week before the draft. This is what agents get paid a lot of money to do. Convince teams that you're worth drafting. So what did you think you were going to hear? A report that came out that said Todd Gurley's noodle knee wouldn't be ready till 2018. So I don't necessarily believe those reports that he's 100% healthy. I don't not believe them. It's just no way to know if those were actual, true reports, or if he really, it's just an agent putting that stuff out there. So I just can't take that bet because there's no way for me to know when he's going to start playing this year. Yep. As far as Uncle Lou being a closet Falcons fan, I've explained it the best way I can on LouTube on multiple occasions. I don't have the passion for the NFL that I have for college football. So for TTC purposes, for me to make Falcon videos or any team's videos would just be pointless because if they lose, I just wouldn't care. And that's the whole point. People who make videos for TTC, whether you're college or pro, it hurts when your team loses. The Crow videos are painful to do, and that's the whole point. And it would be nothing for me to make Falcons videos. Of course I can make Falcons videos, and if they lose, I could care less. It wouldn't bother me, but I'm just not into the NFL like that, like I am college football as far as, rooting for one particular team. I watch a lot of NFL. I get the Red Zone, the Sunday Ticket, and all that. So it's not that I don't like the NFL. I just don't have the passion as a fan for any one team that I do for Georgia. So for TTC purposes, making any type of NFL videos, I just don't think would be fair, really, to the rest of the guys in the TTC. But yep. And as far as, I'm a homer, and that's the only reason I'm high on Todd Gurley. That's not true. I never made any of these statements about Matthew Stafford, who was the number 1 overall pick in the draft when he came out. I never made any of these statements about A.J. Green, who went top 10. I never made any of these statements about anybody that's been drafted high off of Georgia into the NFL. I've never been as confident. I've never been as high on any Georgia player going into the draft as I was on Todd Gurley. So it's not just me being a homer. That's my honest opinion. I believe that Todd Gurley will be the best running back in the NFL over the next 6, 7, 8 years. And I said this too, if the Falcons were drafting number 8 last year, no, don't take a running back. There wasn't a running back worth taking number 8. If you're drafting next year, don't take a running back top 10. There won't be one worth taking. But Todd Gurley's a once-in-a-decade player. I still believe that. I still feel that way. But I just can't take the bet the way the bet was made. I can't accept that bet. We can try to come up with some other type of Todd Gurley bet if you want, and I'd be open to taking it. But as far as him finishing top 5 in the league and rushing this year, I can't take that bet not knowing if he's going to be ready to play week 1. For all I know, the Rams have Zach Stacy and Trey Mason. For all I know, they drafted Gurley and don't plan on playing him at all this year. I honestly don't know. Yep. But anyway, I'll get out of here. You guys have a great day.